Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is I'm Sheikh Mahabja, and today we are going to discuss the basic topics of JavaScript. And topics to be covered, the first one is variable. A variable is a container used to store data values, and variables can be declared using keywords var, let or const. Var declares a variable and let declares a block scoped variable, and constant declares a block scoped variable whose value cannot be changed. And if we take an example code here, and let name is equal to John, this creates a variable name and assigns the value John to it. When we come to the second line, const age is equal to 25, this creates a constant age with the value 25 which cannot be changed. And console.log name comma age, this prints the values of name and age to the console, and the output will be John 25. When we come to the second topic, and that is arrays. An array in JavaScript is a collection of elements stored in single variable. This element can be of any type including numbers, strings, objects, or even other arrays. And if we take an example code for this, the first line, let fruits is equal to apple comma banana. This creates an array fruits that contains two elements, apple and banana. Console.log fruits of 0, this accesses the first element of the array, index 0, and prints apple. And fruits.push orange, this adds a new element orange to the end of the array, and the output will be apple. And when we come to the third one, functions. And in JavaScript, a function is a reusable block of code designed to perform a specific task. You can define a function once and call whenever needed. And when we come to an example code, function grade name, this defines a function called grade that takes name as an input parameter. Return hello plus name, this returns a greeting message using the value passed to the function. Console.log greet John, this calls the greet function with the John as the input and prints the result hello John. And next topic is objects. And objects in JavaScript are fundamental data types that represents a collection of key value pairs. Each key is a property name, and its corresponding value can be any data type, like a number, strings, arrays, and objects, or even functions. If we take an example code for this, let person is equal to name Alice comma age 30. This creates an object person with two properties, name set to Alice and age is set to 30. Console.log person.name, this accesses the name property of the person object and prints Alice, so the output is Alice. So when we come to the fifth topic, that is loops. Loops are used repeatedly to execute a block of code until a condition is met. There are types of loops. First one is for loop. For loop is used when you know the exact number of iterations. And then next one is while loop, and it is used when you don't know the exact number of iterations. And the next one is do while loop. It is similar to the while loop, but the condition is checked after the first iteration. And if you take the example code for let I is equal to 0, semicolon I less than 3 and semicolon I plus plus, this is a for loop that starts with I at 0 and runs the code inside the loop until I is no longer less than 3. After each loop, I is incremented by 1. And console.log I, this prints the value of I for each iteration, and the output will be 0, 1, 2. So when we come to the sixth topic, conditional statements, and we have taken here if else statement. And when we come to the explanation, when there is a necessary to take decisions in our code, then we use conditional statements. Conditional statements allow us to make decisions in our code. If we take an example code, let score is equal to 85. This creates a variable score with the value 85. And if score is greater than or equal to 80, this line checks if the score is 80 or higher. Console.log grade B. If the condition is true, it prints grade B. Since score is 85, the condition is true, so the grade B is printed. So here the output is grade B. And thank you. This is my explanation about basics of JavaScript.